podcast. I don't do an intro. I think it should be as natural as possible.
Natural as possible.
How a conversation starts. Yeah, it's better.
Conversation starts. I hate how this shit works.
Well, you know, like when you go watch TV, everything is scripted, right?
Mm-hmm.
People want to see the unscripted, the real.
I got an idea. What if I do the intro?
Do it. I'd love for you to do the intro.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Just Living podcast. My name is Austin. I am not your fucking host.
That's perfect. I'll use that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Beautiful. All right. Intro done.
We're done. Let's get
into this.
Okay,
shit.
so you said earlier before we started recording that you got in a car crash not too long after the last podcast we did?
Yeah, it was probably a month after. When did we do the last one? November? I forget.
I don't remember.
So fucking long.
It's been like 2 or 3 months.
Long. It's been longer than 2 or 3 months.
I don't know.
I think it's been like 4 or 5. My hair's a lot longer. I'll tell you, I had a buzz cut last time.
That's true.
My hair is getting long again. I need to get it cut again. It's like my hair curls. I have wavy hair, so it curls out on the ends. It's just fucking.
It looks like you just like went through a wind tunnel or something.
I pretty much did. You know how windy it is?
I know, dude. It was so windy today.
When I was driving here, I saw a semi truck go off the fucking interstate and back on. I'm like, oh, fuck that. Meanwhile, there's a semi behind me going faster than me, getting ready to pass. I'm like, I gotta keep ahead of this guy, or I'm gonna fucking die.
Dude, it gets sketchy out there. It's wild. Like I was thinking about that today. You know, driving a semi has to be so stressful.
No, I know that. I guarantee that. Well, that happened to that guy twice. Ugh. Same truck twice. I was like, that guy shot himself.
Yeah,
he had to have shit himself. I don't know how much Molly those guys are on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, trucker speed is how they keep going.
Yeah,
it's pretty nuts. What a lifestyle.
Yeah,
and how many people who are truckers? You know, like that is like one of the top jobs in America.
Josh's dad's a trucker.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. You could one person and they probably, if you don't know a trucker, ask like just anyone. Someone knows someone that works.
If you're not a trucker, you're not a fucker.
That's right. And I live by that.
Yeah.
But anyway, what happened?
So, let me paint the picture. It was a Thursday about noon-ish. It was my radio broadcasting final. I'd shown up. It was at noon. It's like a 40-minute drive from my house to Parkland.
Right.
I was here for 20 minutes. It took me 20 minutes to take that final, and I got 100% on it.
Nice.
Which is amazing, right? And so I'm leaving. And I'm like, you know what? If I get home, I can record this clam video, because that was what I was playing. It was the getting over it in VR at that time.
I watched that video. It was good.
Yeah, I recorded that the day after this happened. Yeah, it was the day after that. I had like a headache and my neck was hurting.
Dang. So let's get to it.
Yeah, so let me explain what happened. So when I was leaving, let me just mention there were no other vehicles involved in this accident. It was just me. Okay. There was almost another vehicle involved, though. Let me explain. All right, so.
Interesting.
You know how the perimeter road, it curves, it winds around, whatever. When I get around that last curve and I'm heading towards Bradley, like straight shot to Bradley, the light turns yellow. And I'm like, I'm already like right there. I'm like, too late. And I speed up a little bit. Here's the issue. It was snowing and they hadn't salted the roads yet. So the second I got in the middle of the thing and I started braking to slow down, slid out. I slid out, went sideways, and I actually was going straight at another car. I said, fuck. And I hard left turn as fast as I could.
How fast do you think you're going?
15 miles an hour.
Okay.
Not that fast.
Not like dangerously fast.
Not dangerously fast, but it was fast enough to where because of how fast I whipped the turn, I had my passenger side wheels hit the curb so hard that it fucking broke one of my rotors and took my front wheel off.
Dang.
Yeah.
Just ripped it.
And it sent the car into crash mode.
Wow, yeah.
It tried to call 911, but I didn't have 911 assist set up.
How does that I've never been in anything like that. How does that feel?
Fucking the terrifying jerk. It was like, oh my god. The thing is, I also, when I did the hard left turn, I did it subconsciously. Right. I didn't even realize what happened.
It was just an immediate
I was like,
reaction.
When I opened my eyes, I'm like, I'm in a car and it's in crash mode, and I'm like, the fuck just happened? And I was borrowing my dad's eyeglasses. He had a spare pair of glasses, so I could actually see.
Nice.
You know,
that's a positive.
But the glasses flew somewhere.
Wow.
I haven't found them. Actually, they were in the car. I took them off, and then I just didn't have them for a month. And so we after that, I called my mom. My mom didn't answer. She's at work. I called my dad. I said, "Hey, I just got into a fucking crash. No one else is hurt, you know, but I'm fucking shaking."
Right.
I was in the middle of the road. Like I was in the right lane.
Okay.
On Bradley.
Yeah, yeah.
Going whatever, fucking east or something. And,
Wow.
Like I was
it
trying
dark
to,
at this time?
No, it was noon.
Oh, okay.
It was like 1 p.m. when this happened. Not even that. It was like 12:30. And I was in my car. I actually tried starting my car because I thought nothing was wrong.
Right.
I didn't get out the check if anything
No.
was wrong. I was like, okay, hit a curb, whatever.
What?
I started my car and started trying to drive, and it wouldn't move. I said, okay, shit's fucked. What happened?
Dang.
And I thought it was because I thought my brakes locked after I hit the curb,
Right.
because it went into crash mode. But I was able to get it out of crash mode. It still wasn't moving. And finally, some guy told me to roll down. Like some guy who was sitting at the red light on Bradley told me to roll down my window, and I rolled down my window, and he said, "Your wheel's off." I said, "Shit, thanks." And we'll go around. And sure enough, it didn't actually take the wheel off. What it did is the wheel was turned out away, and it had sheared the control arm.
Wow.
Which I don't know how the fuck that happened.
That's a lot of force.
It is a lot of force for a 15-mile-an-hour wreck.
Right.
And I have trauma memories of it being 15 miles an hour too, which is kind of funny, because I remember seeing my speedometer when it was happening.
Isn't that weird? So did you have any like so for me, the only PTSD that I've ever experienced that I remember well is my fish. The pond drained itself, and so the fish were laying in the bottom of the pond dead, the koi fish. And koi fish to me are like my pets. They're like a dog, you know, it's just like a bunch of dogs on some sort of level. And so I came out there and I was like, oh, but the memory of seeing that, like whenever I closed my eyes for a month, I saw that like outline, like the fish laying there. Yeah. Do you have anything sort of like that?
Not really anymore.
It wasn't like traumatic enough to imprint something on you.
No, because it was like, okay, it's a wreck, whatever. I actually stayed pretty calm. Like last time I wrecked a vehicle was when I put that huge dent in the side of my truck when I was at the Lambo's car wash, and I was fucking bawling then. But this one was like, I've been in a wreck before, whatever.
I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
That's funny.
But like there was no injuries, so I was like, I'm not gonna call fucking 911. I'm not gonna waste their time. Someone else called 911.
Oh,
because I was in a wreck. You know, there was a wreck that happened. And actually, there were several wrecks on that same day at like about the same time.
Was that the day that Gunner crashed too?
No, this was like a fucking month after.
Oh, okay.
I remember hearing about Gunner's crash. That fucking, what happened to his Mustang?
So it was crazy because I almost ended up in the same spot he was. I mean, literally the exact same place he ended up was where I lost control. So we were both coming home from Parkland when it was the same day. And that first bridge, you know, when you get on the interstate to go to Tuscola, that bridge was frozen. And so when you get on the interstate and then go, once you got there,
the one on Church Street?
No. Which one is it?
Or is it just like on 57?
Yeah. So anyway, one of them doesn't really matter.
It's in between Savoy and Pasoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
it was froze over.
Like completely, like I lost control when I let go of the gas and just was like, oh fuck. But it was a second. But if I wasn't paying attention, I would have completely been. And there was already a truck in the ditch. And then, so Gunner ended up in that same ditch.
I saw that truck in the ditch.
There was a truck.
Like, fuck.
Yes, there was a truck in the ditch, and Gunner ended up in the exact same ditch. So he just hit it, and it's a Mustang, so I'm assuming the weight distribution is off. So the car just probably turned and couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Tough. That's what I assume happened.
Yeah, I like my car, but there's no fucking rear traction control at all because it's front wheel drive.
Right. Yeah.
There's no real. That was the issue. Is I was fishtailing during a turn. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. that was the same thing I experienced when I went over that bridge. But it was wild because I remember him posting a story, and I was like, "Oh
I
shit!
saw that.
I
I
know
was like-
exactly where that was. I was almost right there too."
Yeah, so he said like ice was
Yes.
1, Mustang 0.
Yeah.
That Mustang's fucked. I don't know what he's driving now.
I think he got like a Ford Fusion. He wanted to get something a little more fuel efficient. I texted.
Fuel efficient and, you know, not as expensive on your insurance.
Right,
You fucking
exactly.
totaled a Mustang.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, but we flipped a 4-wheeler once. That's just, I've been really lucky. I haven't been getting.
I've not been in a single like multiple vehicle
Right.
crash. That's the only that was the worst crash I've ever been was the one I lost a wheel.
Right.
But here the story deepens.
Oh,
after
okay.
this. So my dad picked up the phone and I told him, yeah, I got wrecked. He said, fuck, and he was at work too. But he was like, I'm in Champaign. I'm not far away from there. I'll just come fucking get you. And then well, I said, I called a towing company. I was like, yo, I just wrecked on Bradley. And they took him like an hour and a half to get there.
Ugh.
So I was sitting in my
That's
fucking car.
annoying.
I had to keep the motor on because I was fucking cold.
Yeah.
It was freezing out. And I was like, I need heater.
Right.
But the towing company took us to, I think it was Cam's Auto Repair here in Champaign.
Okay.
Like literally 5 blocks away.
Yeah,
from where
yeah,
I
yeah.
wrecked. And it was like, yeah, could you give us an estimate and like, just tell us everything that needs replaced on it
Right.
and everything? And they're like, okay. And when they sent us the estimate, they're like, yeah, it'll be $10,000. I said, fuck no. And I like looked at the parts list, and me and my dad both looked at the parts list and like looked it up on like,
This is
O'Reilly's
not
Auto Parts.
anything. Yeah.
$1,000. It cost us under
Yeah.
$1,000 to fix that car by ourselves. And you know what's funny? Not a single bit of cosmetic damage to the car.
Nice.
Not a single bit. And when
They
we
really
replaced
just
everything, there were
kissed it.
2 parts that we didn't know needed to replace until we had put the like new control arm on the front
Right.
wheel and replaced all the rotors and brakes and everything. And actually, we had to replace the axle too. The axle was fucked.
I bet.
It fucked up that car.
Yeah.
It fucked. We had to replace everything in the front wheel well, pretty much, except for the. But we didn't know that the sway bar link was also snapped. But we're like, my grandpa, because I was over at in Clinton fixing it with my grandpa, and he told me, you don't need that. You don't need a sway bar link.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I just won't go 40 miles an hour around a curb. Yeah, that's the
You're good
easiest
there.
thing.
Yeah. That's not
And
hard
then
to do.
when we put the back rotor on, we spun it, and we spun the hub, and it was knocking. We were like, yeah, you'll probably need a new hub. I'm like,
Darn.
whatever.
Yeah. Well.
Bought that, put that. I actually was sick the day that I was gonna go put it on, but I ended up being. Was I sick? No, I had to tear down a show at the U of I. Was the first show.
Okay,
This
yeah.
was like this month actually.
Oh, okay.
It was the beginning of this month when we put the hub on. We got the car fixed like a week after I had my wisdom
Nice.
teeth removed.
Nice.
Which is
Right
also
after.
another story in
Oh.
itself. 'Cause that was fucking crazy. But yeah.
I can't imagine. Did you set up for the Theo Vaughn show?
I set up and tore down that show. Yeah. I saw your episode where he made you sick. I didn't watch the full thing. Sorry.
No, I don't
Like,
care.
What
if you,
happened?
Yeah, I had a stomach bug. It was it was
yeah.
clickbait.
I
Totally.
thought,
But-
I thought you did you drink a bunch? Because there
No.
was so much fucking beer on the
Oh,
ground.
I bet. No,
Dude,
no.
It smelled so fucking rancid in there after that show. Because it's like I actually saw Theo Vaughn leaving too.
Yeah.
Because he went backstage, and that's where we're all standing there in a line waiting to like get told to go up there and
Right.
tear
Go-
shit down. And like we
Start.
see Theo and his
That's
entourage
cool.
come off the stage and like go back there. I wish I got a chance to like meet him. Get a
I know,
picture or
that's
whatever,
cool.
But
Yeah, well,
Doesn't
before I went, I just felt I wasn't hungry, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be hungry. So I ate an apple, and I just didn't feel right. You know, when like you just
Your stomach-
feel off.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't hurt,
but it's like,
but it's
that's
just
weird. Yeah.
this isn't normal. Can't put your finger on exactly what it is, but it's not normal, and it just slowly started getting like not worse, but just more
Probably had
uncomfortable.
you probably had the stomach bug then.
Yeah.
I ended up. I get IBS so often. I have IBS, so I get issues like that so often.
Right.
I'm just like used to it. I know what it feels like. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it sucks.
Time to go shit my brains out.
But we got there and I tried to fight through. I was like, this isn't going to affect me. I'm not going to let this affect me. And I just could not. And so we're sitting there. Show's about to start. I'm like, like shaking back and forth. I'm hurting at this point. And so I get up and I walk around for a little bit, try to like, walk it off, get, whatever it was. I didn't know what it was. I don't normally get sick. Like I've puked maybe 5 times in my life. So it's not a normal thing for me. And I went and sat back down and I was like, okay, I feel better. I was like, yeah. And it just did not. It just got worse. So right before the show started, I got up and it, when your mouth gets like watery and you're about to puke, it got there. And I got up and like walked over, and right as I got, to the entrance to going back to the main walk.
Yeah.
Right there, I puked. Just projectile everywhere. Yeah. And so, like, it was like.
Bad for the janitors. Like, I didn't have to clean that shit up, so.
Right.
I remember the janitors fucking mopping up the beer that was on the floor. Like, there was stacks. Like, in just the front, like, in, like, the. Right in front of the stage where they have like, the chairs seating there, and, like, the arena seating everywhere else. There was so much beer just in those chairs, because we helped take the chairs out and everything, but we're like, yeah, fuck that. It smells like fucking bread in here, dude. Like, it's crazy. You could
it's yeast. You can smell the yeast.
Yeah, because I was like, I think I'm getting drunk just from breathing in the fucking fumes.
I bet, dude. I understand.
There was
it's
so much.
so strong.
It's a closed stadium,
right? So it has nowhere to go.
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
Intoxicating, you might say.
Quite. I had to drive home. I took a country road. I was like, if I crash on the country road. I'll sleep in the fucking ditch. I don't care.
That's fine. Yeah. But and then I went to a trash can and I puked the rest. I puked a lot. Oh. And I came back and the lady is like put a trash can in front of it or whatnot. And people are standing there just looking at it. I was like, okay. So I walked up there because I felt, how you feel a little bit better after you puke?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, I feel better now. And then it starts to get worse again if you do have a stomach bug. Well, I started to feel better. And so I walked up to those people and I got my phone to take a picture because I had to prove this, I had to have receipts for this happening, this story.
Deducted on your taxes.
And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, that's my work. I did that.
I did this.
And they're like,
it was me.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then they walked away, and I told the lady, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I couldn't control it. And she goes, no, it's fine. But all the look on her face is like it wasn't fine.
I wonder if that lady you interacted with was Nicole.
She's a black lady.
Black, no, it wasn't Nicole then. I don't know who.
I felt bad for her.
Was she like a stadium employee?
Yeah, I'd assume something like that. Because she was one of the people that just stand there, and they just, point you to wherever you got to go or whatnot. Gotcha. So, yeah, that was an interesting time, and I lost 7 pounds that weekend. Like, so I went home, and for the next 2 days, I was just shitting my brains out and puking my brains out.
Crazy. So you actually did have the stomach bug. That's nuts.
And I have yet to gain it back.
That's crazy.
I weigh 142 when it happened.
That's the second fastest way to lose 8 pounds.
Exactly, yeah. I understand the people who are bulimic, who shove their fingers. It works.
It does work. It does work. I've had to do that once.
Yeah. Not fun. Not fun. And yeah, 7 pounds. I weigh 136 right now. I cannot gain any of it back. It sucks. And I'm 6 foot tall and I weigh 136 pounds.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I weigh nothing.
I'm 6'2" and I weigh 180.
Right.
That's nuts.
I cannot gain weight.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure if I really, really tried, like if I tracked all my calories and made sure my calorie deficit, or I didn't have a calorie deficit, then maybe I could.
You know what was crazy? All of last summer, I was on a fucking bulk, and I didn't gain any fucking weight.
Yes, dude, we're young. We gotta enjoy this while we have it.
My metabolism's so fucking high.
Yeah, that's
I look
same
at
here.
food and it disappears. It's crazy.
I'll eat like a full, frozen pizza. Just down a frozen pizza. I could down like a 1.5 and I'd be fine.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
I eat literally anything.
Yeah, dude, we got 10 years down the line, we're gonna be like, how the fuck did we do that? How was our bodies?
Just
I hope not to get there.
Insulin.
Yeah. Just to eat like a fucking cake at a.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Diabetes, I feel like is a created disease, in like
it is a genetic thing, but it's also like.
But if you eat shitty, you're gonna get.
Yeah, if you eat like shit.
It's kind of and it's wild if you look back at like the data and the history we have about it. It's just gotten really bad in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Because of all the processed foods.
We it's also just mostly in America too, because we process fucking everything. I don't know
Everything.
why we allow that. That's fucking
money.
stupid.
It's money.
Yeah,
It's money.
McDonald's exists in Europe and it's healthier.
Right,
than
but
it
they
is
have
here.
the different laws.
That is true. We need a Europe's laws.
Yes, 100%.
Maybe the U.S. should join the
Well, that's
EU.
apparently what the new administration's trying to do with Robert F. Kennedy, and he's trying to crack down on that.
Do you think Trump's gonna fucking make McDonald's make food healthier? He loves that company.
He loves it, yes.
loves
but he did hire RFK, which he's really huge on.
and also like compared to like the previous like health and human services.
Did you see the girl or the person who ran it? They were like 200 pounds.
Like fucking Megatron.
Yeah, dude. It's like, how can you tell me how to be healthy when you look like that?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I should be taking
That's like
your
taking
advice.
sex ed from.
I'll have to cut that one. I'll have to cut that name drop. Damn. Yes.
This Backton.
I agree with you on that, though. Yes.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't got no beef with her, but like seriously, what the fuck?
That's a good example. It's like, yeah, it's someone who has no idea what they're talking about.
It's like taking drug advice from fucking crackhead.
Yeah, from someone who is homeless. Yeah. If I'm taking advice from you, it's like that's the same sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, have you seen that dude? He did a backflip. You see the video of RFK doing a backflip?
Dude, he's fucking jacked. I want to be like him when I'm 70.
dude.
I want to be built like that guy.
It's nuts. The unfortunate part about him is his voice.
Yeah, I know. His voice
It's like
is fucked
I
up.
can listen to it, but a certain amount of time, and then I'm like, okay.
He's just got a super raspy voice.
I feel bad.
He's old. He's really old.
But he
I
did.
think he's just losing
So
it.
actually, because he is, people look at him as anti-vax. I don't.
He's not. Not really.
He kind of it because
There's a reason why.
Right, his
Yeah.
voice. That's the reason why. He did the flu vaccine. He got boosters, and he thought nothing of it. He did it for a long time, and one booster after he got it, his voice started to decay like
well,
that.
that's the thing. People say that there's no such thing as like vaccine
Injuries. Yeah.
There is a government fund for it.
It's unbelievable because it's like, hey, I can eat, let's say, pizza. I can have a slice of pizza and it's not going to affect me, but another person could eat a slice of pizza and it fucks them up. So it's like, how can you say that a vaccine works for every single human being on the planet? It's not how it works.
A lot of, so some vaccines are like essential.
Good.
We need
Yes,
those, like
yes.
the polio
Right.
shit. That's
Right.
shit. I don't know about how many vaccines do you get as a fucking infant?
So they
lot.
push it up, and what's really crazy is, the sexually transmitted disease. I can't think of what it's called right now. But
HPV.
Yes. So that vaccine that you're supposed to get, the reason that, or again, I'm not sure because I don't know exactly how it happened. I just heard a story, so don't take my word on this if it's false. But I guess the reason is that they didn't have enough sales for that vaccine. No one was buying that vaccine, so they made it mandatory.
Well, I also did. What the fuck
So
is
they could-
HPV? Because I've not
they
heard
could
of a
pump-
single person with that.
Right, pump up sales if we make it mandatory.
Yeah.
So that's why they did it. The only way you get HPV is if you're using a needle, like for drugs, for heroin, or if you're having sex. So why does a kid need an HPV
fucking
shot?
infant.
Yes.
And also, you get
Makes no
boosters
sense at all.
for it.
Right.
Like, I think what? How old are you?
I think
was
it's like
12 when I got my last HPV
Yes,
vaccine. 'Cause you get like 3 or 4.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, why would a kid need that?
I didn't know what sex was when I was like 12.
Exactly.
I knew what sour. Let me backpedal. I knew what sex was.
It's just like nothing you
I
cared
never
about. You
had
didn't-
it,
right?
But I knew what
You
sex
didn't care
was.
about it. It wasn't like the most interesting.
I had a
thing to you.
girlfriend when I was 12.
Right.
I knew what it was.
But you
I
were
never
more
did
interested
it.
in gaming, and it's like
I was playing video games.
Yeah,
I was sitting down.
exactly.
I was playing video games. I was kind of fat when I was. No, I wasn't. I was skinny as fuck. I was kind of fat when I was like 9.
yeah.
I used to be like,
So it's
I
like-
used to be fat when I was
It's
like.
like,
a
why
little
would
kid.
you need that? And it is because they just wanted to push up sales. They weren't making enough
there's
money.
so
on it.
many you get when you're an infant.
I
too.
know,
It's
it's
fucking crazy.
unreal.
Like, I don't necessarily agree with him saying like vaccines cause autism because there's only like 2 studies he's ever found.
Yeah.
That says
Yeah, like
come
I'm
to
not
that
gonna say
conclusion.
that's not true, but I'm also not gonna agree with that.
Well, there's
not enough info on it yet.
I can make an argument for both sides.
Right, exactly.
Because
Yes.
so one side, there's very few studies that have actually like shown that. Like there's very few, not a lot of data.
Right.
On the other hand, there's mercury in every vaccine.
And what
when you're an infant, and so much, it's like trace amounts, but you get like 60 or something vaccines when you're a baby. Don't quote me on this. Aluminum. I have no fucking clue. I'm not a doctor.
We are not medical advisors. Please do not take our advice.
Anything I say as like word of law, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
We're just talking out of our ass, you know?
But like, we get so many vaccines.
Yeah, I mean, even that's just that's something you notice. Like, that's weird. It's just why? Yeah. You know, so and when you're a kid, your immune system's pretty darn strong, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like, kids bounce off of things. They'll fall down a flight of stairs and they'll be fine. You know, a few bumps, like, your body is meant to be resilient. It's how, and also I think when you look down, like, my girlfriend and I, she actually came to me and told me this, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. She said she washed her hands, you know, all the time, you know, just all the time. Not for any, like, I don't wash my hands. And that might sound disgusting.
I don't wash my hands for everything.
Only when there's dirt on them. Like, if I can visit, or if I, like, you know, touch meat or something that would make me
like
want to. Right.
Like that.
Then I'll wash my hands.
Yeah.
But usually I won't. Like, I work in welding. I work with, my hands are dirty all the time. And my rule is, if it doesn't wipe off on my clothes, if when I wipe my hand on my clothes and nothing comes off, then I don't give a damn. I'll eat with it. You know, I eat my food with my hands being black. If it's not coming off here, it's whatever to me.
It helps your immune system too.
Right, that's what I was getting to. She said that she washed her hands a lot, and she stopped doing it as much, like only, you know, before she ate or whatnot, not all the time. And she said she hasn't been getting as sick. And she feels that it is because it absorbs more bad things, and our body is building up an immune system so that when you do get sick, you can do better with it. And I was like,
last time I was actually sick a week ago. I had like the fucking flu or something, but I only had it for like a day.
Right.
It was literally gone after a day. Like, my mom had it, and she was sick for like 3 or 4 days, and I had it. I was like out one Sunday, and then I woke up Monday, and I actually didn't go to class or work that Monday because one, I had a fever the day before, and I was
right.
Like,
you're recovering
just
still.
in case I'm still like contagious. I'll not go. And then second, I started having stomach issues. I thought it was the stomach flu. It just turned out to be my IBS.
Lucky. Yeah.
So I had to call in for work, and I emailed all my instructors. I was like, I'm missing class today, whatever. And I got so much shit done that day at home because I just had nothing to do all day. I edited a video, and I got a video that I recorded that Friday done in a fucking day.
Yeah, and it's like also when you look at like COVID, like when I got COVID, I didn't like cough. I only thing I felt was a little bit like my energy was down, and when I got out of breath quicker, and that was it. That was all I had
COVID 3 times that I know of.
Yeah.
The first time was before they even knew what COVID was.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know it was COVID is because when I got my first vaccine for it, I had a reaction for the first vaccine that you're not supposed to react to. I reacted to, and they're like, "Oh, you had a reaction?
That means that you
probably have had it. Your body recognized the virus."
Right.
I'm like, "Oh, hey, that's probably that mystery virus I had in February.
Yeah.
I had in February 2020 that I probably gave to everyone in our class. Sorry."
My mom, she brought it back too, so you're not alone.
Yeah. Well, it was I probably got it from someone else at the school.
Yeah, right.
Because it was like a lot of people were sick for like a month.
We didn't know what it was.
It was just going around. I finally got it, and I went to my doctor. And they tested me for literally everything, and they're like, "Yeah, well." The only thing they didn't test me for was mono, because I have documented that I have the antibodies. They documented that when I was really young, because when I was a baby, I was like super sick. I had an ear infection, and they found out I was allergic to sulfa, actually, which is the drug that they use for ear infections and shit. So they had to put me on a different antibiotic. Right. But they when they were trying to figure out what, because I was also having like RSV or whatever, I was having some respiratory issues, which is probably why I have like mild asthma. It's not like crazy.
I have asthma as well. I'm diagnosed.
What's funny is I actually not diagnosed. I just have issues.
Right. You have,
what I have diagnosed is reactive airway disorder, which is very similar to like sports induced asthma. It's just like allergies.
Mine was the opposite. Mine was when I got really sick, I would cough more and I couldn't breathe as well.
Yeah.
But I could run, and like I had an inhaler and everything. I had to do the nebulizer when I was young.
Oh, I had that all the time.
Yes, yeah.
Because I also had bronchitis so much when I was a kid that I was like, there's no way I don't have some sort of respiratory.
Right. My lungs got fucked up when I was young. Yeah.
I was also like getting secondhand smoke from my
right.
uncle,
So it was just a mix of shit.
Yeah. Just a mix of shit.
Yeah, but mine has slowly kind of gone away.
Yeah, so I've we just grow out of it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I haven't had bronchitis since I was like
I got it once.
14.
Yeah, I got it once when I was really young, and it was tough, and then I had asthma issues after that, and it's slowly just gone away.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like exercise is super important. Being active.
Definitely.
Like, eating healthy, exercising, and getting your right nutrients. Dude, you don't get. I get sick once a year. I get like actually sick. I can't get out. I'm really sick once a year, and the rest, maybe my nose runs sometimes, or I have a cough once in a while. But it's not like put me in bed and not move for 2 days sick.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you just kind of pay attention, and it's not even like you have to put all this effort into meal planning or. Just look in or go to a doctor, get your blood taken or something, and just find out, I need a little bit more of this vitamin. And and then, dude, you don't need the antibiotics and shit. You're good by yourself. Yeah. And I think a lot of the reason like this country is also fucked up health-wise is the pharmaceuticals. Oh, yeah. They're not good, dude. An ad pops up and it has like a minute of, this is how you'll feel. Your life will be so much better. And then 2 minutes of, and you have cancer. You might have cancer. You might vomit 3 times. Your kid might contract malaria. Like it's crazy.
Some some pharmacy ad I saw. I forget what the fucking thing was, but it was like side effects. Cancer. Yeah, right. And it was a medicine for like some sort of cancer, and it's like it might give you cancer. I'm like, what? So it's just gonna get rid of one and give me another.
Right.
That's crazy. Well, that's nuts.
But I want to try to give them the benefit of the doubt too, because I think that when they do these tests, anybody who has an adverse reaction, they have to put it in as one of the warnings. It's like when you buy a lawnmower, it's like don't stick your hand under the blade.
Yeah,
it's like
because at least one person's
right. Exactly. So I feel like it might be just because somebody did experience this. The chances of that happening.
Well, that's why they put
low.
On shampoo bottles. You don't consume it.
Exactly.
Because someone definitely drank shampoo.
Exactly. Yeah. And that. I mean, did you see the girl who?
Yeah, she put fucking Gorilla Glue in her hair, and then she called the company and tried to sue them. And like, why the fuck would you put glue in your hair? What?
It's wild.
I'm pretty sure the court threw that case out like, you're just stupid.
You're just an idiot.
I think the judge's exact words was, you're fucking retarded.
What were you thinking? What did you assume was gonna happen after that?
What goes through your mind? I'm gonna put glue in my hair.
Probably attention. She was probably like, ooh, I can record this and get likes.
Yeah. So the only thing is like, I forget. I don't want to. I was for a second. I was like, I wonder what this woman's race was.
I don't remember.
Because if you have like afro hair types, and you
have to use a lot of
straight
gel.
Hair, if you want to have straight hair, you have to get permed. Maybe that was like, I don't have any hair gel, and this is probably stronger.
This is the best thing I got.
Yeah, this is the best thing I got. Some super glue. Put that in my hair.
I like that you're trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but.
It's still fucking.
It's still like
shit stupid.
You can't. You can try to defend that as much as possible. I try to be a human and understand.
I've also seen like
where they're coming
I used
from.
to get like beauty like videos on Facebook where I used to be like, okay, this is kind of funny, because the beginning of the video was this girl clicking her nails on her head, and it was actually sounded like plastic.
I know.
The fuck did you do?
I know.
What she did is she like sprayed her hair like crazy with hairspray, and then like waved it. Yeah. And I'm like,
why would you do that? That has to be causing negative side effects.
It has to be so bad for your fucking hair.
It's like when you dye your hair. It's not.
Oh yeah, like dyeing your hair is bad for it. Bleaching your hair is bad.
Yeah,
really bad.
Yeah. So there's negative side effects to those things. You just got to be like, so enough of that will make my hair stay like this. So enough of me doing this is probably going to cause some negative things or things to change. Yeah. It's like.
Because
You think about
think
that.
about it. You perm your hair constantly. Your hair's gonna thin. Is what's gonna
Right.
all the stress on the
Right.
on the hair.
It's not supposed to
you
be like
know, I
that.
know a lot about hair.
You know your fair share about
I
hair.
do know, and I do. When I started losing hair, I was like, I need to learn as much about hair as possible.
Have you ever tried any of those products that are supposed to bring hair back?
Yes, actually. Well, so I've not tried like the fucking electric wand or the red laser
Right,
therapy.
those
I look at
crazy
that, I'm like
things.
that. No,
But
way
like
that
the stuff
works.
where you like rub it and
or like the little stick thing.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
tried that, but what I've tried one FDA approved like
oh, okay,
medicine for
growth
it.
serum or something.
Yeah, so it's minoxidil. You know what Rogaine is? Yeah, it's a hair loss serum pretty
Okay.
much. And it works to an extent. So
Right.
by the time I started, my hair loss had already like progressed a lot because I started going bald like sophomore year.
Yeah, you got
It,
hit
like,
hard.
So before, I think it was end of sophomore year, beginning of, I think it might have been into junior year, honestly, where I started using minoxidil.
Okay.
Just trying it, and I was like, it says you'll see results in like 2 or 3 months, or like 3 or 4
Right.
months, or whatever
Yeah.
on the bottle. I was like, okay, I'll try this for a little bit. If it starts working, I'll just fucking use it, and whatever. I'll just use it for the rest of my life if I want
Right.
to keep hair for a long time. And what I thought was it was just all the hair I lost is just gonna come back.
Right.
That's not how it fucking works.
Did some
A
come
lot
in?
came back.
That's
A lot.
nice.
That's why I'm
Nice.
not fucking bald now. That's honestly,
do you
honest to
currently
God,
use it?
I'm still using it. Yeah,
That's cool.
Well, I did a dumb thing at the end of our senior year where I wanted to try. I saw like the ads for the Hems treatment where they had a bottle. There's a spray bottle that you take once a day that mixes minoxidil and finasteride, which is another thing.
Okay.
What it does is it's a hormone blocker that blocks the specific like form of testosterone that causes hair loss.
Oh, interesting.
It's not 100% effective. Because,
Right.
I mean, if it was 100% effective, like
Then-
I wouldn't be able to grow facial hair, and I would start having like testosterone issues.
Okay, so you're like balancing.
Well, yeah, so I'm balancing it out, and this with finasteride, it takes like 2 years for it to actually like
Wow.
lock in and fully work.
Wow.
But it slowly like starts to work. You'll start seeing some results.
You'll start
immediately,
noticing little things.
So what I did when I did this is like, okay, it's already got minoxidil in it. It's just once a day. It's probably like a higher dosage or whatever. It wasn't a higher percentage, which is
Right.
my mistake. So I stopped taking the minoxidil I was taking and doing the spray bottle thing. And also this end of senior year, I was gone for a month after that. And so I didn't have the spray cap on the bottle on both the bottles I got broke.
Oh.
So I had to
Manually do it?
I had to manually do it where I would just take the fucking straw off with the thing, get a bunch of it in there, and then like drop it around. And I would just
Wow.
do that until I thought it was fine. And so I lost like a ton of hair in a month
Dang
because
it.
with minoxidil, what it does is it does work. It thickens your hair where
Okay.
you have hair.
Right.
So like
It's not like
You can
replacing.
see like here and here where I still like this is all gone. It's
Push back, yeah.
It's gone forever
Right.
probably. I like none of that's coming back.
Does that
But, like,
change any
in
of your
here-
body hair? No. Okay.
No. Well, what a funny side effect is if it gets anywhere but on your scalp, you will start growing hair in that spot. You can start growing hair in that spot.
Wow.
And I had a little bit of that where it was like growing hair here for a little
Right.
bit because it would like drip down because I have a big fucking forehead. I have a round ass head too, so it would like
Fair.
drip down. I was
Do you have
like,
to wear a big helmet?
No.
No, normal.
So what I actually like I put I still do the spray as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do both now. I do the spray and the minoxidil, just the
Okay.
minoxidil. I take the minoxidil at night and I do the spray in the morning.
Well, anytime if I ever lose my hair, I'll be like, Zoch, tell me
Help.
what to do, dude.
I actually had a dude ask me, he's like, have you ever tried any of that stuff? Because he's
Right.
starting to like lose hair. His hairline's starting to recede a little bit. He's
Yeah.
like, what do you do? I was like, all right, so first thing you do, act extremely quickly. Like
Yeah.
really quickly, immediately.
Don't try to put it off.
Don't try to put it off. Here's the funny thing with Hems, since it's a telehealth service. So basically, the questionnaire. I did this on my 18th birthday when I
Okay.
could actually like
You're legally allowed to
do this.
Yeah.
I took a photo of my front hairline and the crown of my head, and I sent it to them. Sent my ID, everything.
Interesting.
And they saw the photos and everything, and they got me a prescription for finasteride because you have to have a prescription.
I did not know it worked
prescription
that way.
medicine.
That's interesting.
And It's been working. I mean, I lost a bunch of hair in a month, and I've just been like kind of trying to regrow a lot of that. That's why I got the buzz cut. I was like, it got bad, and I was like, well, shit.
Does that set it back any? You know, cutting your hair at all? Doesn't matter.
No,
I didn't figure. I just wondering.
I actually have like up here, like I have a lot of long hair here now, like on the front, but it's like few and far between. Like there's some longer hairs. I just push it back because it's like if it's down on my face, I look more bald than I am.
It's like
there's a bunch of like tiny hairs that grew, like smaller hairs that grew in that they're growing more recently.
That's nice.
So I was like, I just have a bunch of tiny hair. That's
it's nice to know that you can actually somewhat mitigate. And
if I want hair in the spots where I don't have hair anymore, my bald spots, I have to get a hair transplant.
Right.
That's the only other option.
Right.
And I'm considering it.
Yeah,
maybe,
really.
But it's like fucking $10,000.
I know.
Like, maybe if I get like a bunch, if YouTube starts like going off, I'll be like, yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you about that, about the change and everything you've been doing different with your channel.
Yeah,
because I kind of looked and I was confused because did you start 2 new channels or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Just one.
So just one, and then you just changed and you privated a bunch of videos and stuff on your main. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So with this one, actually, so the second channel that I have now was like an experiment where I was like, I was going to do all the VR videos on that one and see if it grew faster.
Right. I remember you telling me
3 views on the first.
I know.
Video.
I saw.
Yeah. Fuck this shit.
I was disappointed. I was like, dang it.
Yeah,
because I root for, like, I've got another friend who does YouTube, and every time I see a video, I just root for it. I want that to do good.
I was like, well, why am I also like a week after that, I was like, why did I decide on that? I was like, I'm gaining traction already. Why do I was curious. Do this?
I was wondering that too.
So I was like, fuck it. I'll just start a completely different channel and do the stuff I used to do on YouTube.
Right. And
I'm slowly kind of building into that. I'm not going to go all out like I did before. What I'm starting out with right now on that channel is just gaming challenges, and I'm just live streaming it right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm working on a YouTube short for the stream, but like the stream I did Tuesday, because I stream every Tuesday now. Mm-hmm. I'm playing 7 Days to Die, if you know what that game is.
Yes.
I have a challenge where if I die, I'm on the hardest difficulty. If I die, I have to eat ghost pepper salsa. Fucking hurts. It's 3.5 million Scoville. It sucks. It sucks ass. Oh, I'm gonna blow your fucking mind with the next thing I'm about to say. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, no. All right. So, if I die to the day 7 Horde night, I have to eat the flatline sauce from the Pepper Palace.
Yeah.
Jaren's parents got me this. It is 9 million Scoville.
What is wrong with you?
I ask that question every fucking day.
Just like, are you one of those guys that just likes the pain? What's the? I don't remember what it's
I'm
called.
not a masochist.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm not a masochist.
Good.
I swear to God,
Good
I'm
to
not
know.
a masochist. Is this even recording? So I have no idea how this camera works. It's not. Fuck.
Damn it. It's all right.
This motherfucker.
It's okay.
Well, clap sync. I'm not a masochist. I swear. I guess it stops recording every 30. I was gonna check it 10 minutes ago, but whatever. Yeah, I can put a clap in there. We can clap sync again.
Yes.
When you start editing,
I'll have to.
You just only your camera, or like whenever
it's just me
on screen. It's just black. Doc's camera stopped working,
or it's like just a screenshot, like a frozen frame of you, like. You know. I won't do that to you.
I'll just send you my YouTube PFP.
I'll just every time it's on you, I'll just put one of your videos in, and it'll just be playing like VR in the background.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so Tuesday night, I'm doing the stream. About 30 minutes in, it's the actual Horde night now. All right. I'm on top of the roof. I have spike traps all over the place, and then I realized, oh fuck, I did not take any meds. I'm at half health. Whatever, I'll just not die. You know? I'll just keep the zombies away from me.
Right.
Worst case scenario, I'm getting on top of this higher roof that's right behind me that the zombies can't jump up to.
Bingo.
And then just spearing them if I run out of ammo. And so I was shooting down at the zombies, and I had like maybe 3 or 4 zombies left to kill before the Horde night was over, which is actually kind of funny. There was like 3 or 4 zombies left in the Horde. And then here's where the incident happened. So I fell off by accident, and I landed on one of my spike traps. I was on top of the roof because it was a ladder way, and I was just going to block it off with spikes. So once they get up there, they get slowed and they take damage. I landed on one. I was like, oh shit, that did most of my health that I already don't have a lot of.
Damn.
And so I jumped back up on the roof. Immediately after I jumped back on the roof, I did the same thing again, and I died. And I was like, I died to one of my own spike traps. Talking in my own hands. And then I was like, oh, all right, we're going to clear out the rest of this horde night, I guess. I respawned. I was like, we're going to do the rest of the horde night. None of the zombies, like no wave spawned after that.
Dang.
Because once you die and when you're in your solo, it despawns all the ones around you.
Ugh.
So I was like, okay, well, there's nothing else I have to fight. So I waited for it to turn to day, and then I paused the game. And then it took me 20 minutes to do this because I was stalling. Because obviously,
right.
Because like, I don't want to eat this fucking sauce. I don't want to know what this thing feels like. And like, I have never opened the bottle. I have this sauce in my basement fridge for like a year. I've never opened the bottle.
Tell me what the experience of just like opening it and like, did you take a whiff?
It hurt in the air.
Ugh.
I mean, so here's
it's like smelling
salts. It smells
salts?
like nothing. It didn't even hurt. No, I've done smelling salts. It was nothing like smelling salts. Surprisingly, it smells like it smells like black pepper, like the pepper seasoning. Right? I was like, no, that's weird. I ended up I went in my group chat that I'm with like a few of my friends like Davey and Michael and Jaren's in there. I started the call. Jaren was the only one who joined the call. I was like, well, fuck. All right, so. I was in there trying to be a big macho man, you know. My girlfriend's watching me die on
now the pressure's double on.
The pressure's on, you know.
Yeah, fully.
And I was like, she was in the call. I was like, she's like, what does it smell like? I was like, it smells like pepper seasoning. She's like, that's weird. And like, she's talking, she's like watching my stream. She's like, I'm here. She wasn't even at my house. I asked her to come over. She said, I've got laundry.
Too busy.
I got laundry to do.
I'm not gonna come over and watch you suffer.
I was gonna ask her to like sit in my room and like trip sit if I have to eat this, because I swear I was gonna need it, and I probably should have. I should have just called it like, get your ass over here. It's bad.
You know that is a thing. If you take hot enough, you start to trip.
It was bad. All right, so I'm in the call, and Jaren's like, I'm watching you stream to make sure you don't do anything stupid under the effects of extreme spice. Those are her exact words. And as she's saying that, I just like, while she's not paying attention,
how did you?
I eat the chip that I put the sauce on. Gotcha. There's like a little drop of sauce on a chip. And like, but it had spread out over the chip, really nice. I did that. I immediately tongue down. It was a little bit high. It was nothing like the ghost pepper salsa.
Kicks in.
Hurts immediately.
Yeah.
This sauce was a creeper. So it was like not too bad, and then started getting bad. And it was like, oh, this kind of fucking hurts. and then it was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I was shaking violently. I grabbed my bottled water on my desk, because the stipulation, if I'm doing the salsa, I can't eat or drink anything for 10 minutes. I have to suffer with it.
Oh my God.
With this sauce, I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And I started chugging a bottle of water.
Does water make it worse?
Yes. Water spreads it out. I didn't know that at this point in time. And it was like, it immediately, like, it cooled it off because it was cold water.
Right.
Cooled it off, and then it was like coming back. I'm like, fuck.
And it spreads it?
Mm-hmm. So my initial reaction to the sauce was to try to throw up. And I was like in my room on my at my desk, and my trash can was full. I was like, well, shit, I can't do that.
Oh my God.
So I like forced it back down. I didn't. I was going to try to force myself to throw it up, but I was like, nah, fuck that. It's going to burn through my carpet. So I was like, I don't want to fucking clean midstream. Yeah. That's crazy. So I had to like grab my water bottle after I chugged it. It was a 32-ounce bottle. I went to my bathroom sink, just fucking filled it up with. I only drink tap water because I'm a man, you know.
Just a man.
I drink tap water.
Fluoride.
Yeah.
And shit.
Just filled up the bottle in my bathroom sink, chugged the whole bottle. On camera. I walked back in my room, sat down, put the lid back on, chugged the whole fucking bottle.
You're just torturing yourself.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I was like, fuck this. I tried eating like 2 or 3 more of those chips that without the sauce on them. The salt made it worse. I was like, fuck, I need chocolate right now.
Chocolate?
So chocolate's a life hack. Chocolate's a fucking life hack.
I did not know that.
I went to my freezer and just grabbed a bag of fucking chocolate chips, went back to my room and started fucking eating it by the handful. I ate most of this bag.
And it helps.
Oh, yeah, so much. And then, it started.
Does it mess with your stomach? Oh,
it started burning my stomach I was recovering from the hot sauce in my mouth for 30 fucking minutes. And I was like on stream for like 10 of that. I was running around like a chicken without a head.
Dude.
And then 20 minutes, I was like on camera. I put a blanket over me. I was dressed in like really warm clothes, and I would put a blanket over me because I was so fucking cold.
Really?
And I was like,
it does not make you hot.
And I was like, I need to not die again. And I didn't die. I just streamed for like an hour and a half more, and I did not die a single time. I died once, and that was just in the worst possible time.
All right.
That was the worst thing
That's
I've
insane.
ever fucking experienced. I've had 2 surgeries, and I've broken 3 bones, and I've sprained my ankle.
The worst.
That is the worst.
How does that? I'm really like
it
that.
Fucking hurts.
That might kill me. Like I don't do hot.
Kill you, but it sucks. I like spicy food, but like I had to like work my way back up because I hadn't had spicy food for a long time.
Oh dang!
So I had to work.
You have a tolerance.
I had to work my tolerance back up.
Right.
So I was just doing the salsa. I did 2 weeks of just the salsa on stream, and then I did that horde night. I was like, fuck it, balls in. And like I took the chip while I was in the phone call with Jared, and I was like, oh my god.
I can't even imagine how that feels.
I need to show you something.
It's like a spiritual experience almost.
I need to show you something. I'm going to send this to you so you can put it in the video as well.
Okay.
I'll airdrop it to your MacBook. Jaron sent me this that fucking one Friday.
Is it a screenshot?
It was a picture.
Let's go.
She fucking sent me this one Friday while I was waiting to pick up my sister at the high school. I got to scroll because it was like a month ago. I don't think yeah, there it is. All right. She found this in a store.
Nice. She didn't buy it?
No, she didn't. I begged her. I literally said, I need that. I need that. Buy it now. And she's like, I don't know, man. How would your parents like it? I said, I don't care. It's hilarious. I said, I'd be more worried about what your parents would say.
Yeah,
honestly.
Right.
She said, my mom's the one that found it. I said, that's crazy. And she's like, do you underestimate my mother's sense of humor? I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't think that.
You didn't want to push the limits.
I did. Yeah, I didn't want to fucking push it.
Right.
So she didn't buy it. So I went on Amazon and I bought one, and it's in my room.
Lovely.
And I love that. Every single time I stream, I'm going to drink tea out of it on stream.
Drink hot sauce out of it.
Oh, fuck no.
You need like a shot glass for the hot sauce.
No.
You just put it on chip. Is that how you've been doing it?
We can't see. I don't want to do any more. Look, because the bottle for this sauce is the size of a shot glass. I'm not doing a shot of this fucking thing. I'd drink the whole bottle. That's crazy. I would probably actually go to the hospital. I'd probably die.
Yeah, dude. It's that.
I was like in pain. It was bad.
Just it doesn't go away.
Yeah. It was.
Is it like you know when you like eat too hot of food and it burns your throat?
Yeah. 2 hours after that I was fine.
Really?
Yeah. I was like perfect bounce back.
What about
my stomach was a little weird, but
right.
No stomach issues from it, which is crazy.
You've never had like a fiery shit the next day?
I didn't shit for 2 days.
Oh well, that might have been it. Your body had to like
that might have been
had to like digest it for 2 days.
I think my body metabolized it.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, you're not taking it, shit, boss.
Just saving you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's tough. I can't believe. How many viewers are you getting on these streams?
That stream got 0 views.
So you just did
at least on YouTube. I'm multi-stream, so I stream it to YouTube and Twitch. I have no idea how many views I got on Twitch.
I used to try to do that.
I was also having an issue where my chat wasn't working, so I just couldn't see anything. Let me go to my...
Do you like streaming over... I guess, yeah. What do you prefer, streaming or recording and editing?
I'd rather record and edit, but I stream for this stuff, and I can just record that and edit it later. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is I'm literally
going through your streams.
I'm working on making it making this experience into a TikTok.
Okay.
So I can advertise me doing this dumb shit. You know.
You know, we did TikTok. We use TikTok and more than Instagram, and It was iffy. I mean, they got
hit or miss.
We averaged like 500 views on each thing, which is
bad.
for TikTok. That's like 10 views on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The difference, because people just scroll, and they'll actually tell you how long people watch it. The average, like 3 seconds. Most of them are like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. Those YouTube shorts pop up. I haven't seen any in forever, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we've been slacking super hard. We just been slacking. There's no excuse for it.
Well, it's also with shorts. It's a fucking completely different format.
And
you need to do like higher edits.
And to scroll through an hour or 2 hours of footage to pick out this little part or this part. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of sitting and I'm sure you deal with the same sort of thing, but
sometimes I just find the bits I find funniest. I mean,
right.
I don't.
But if you're scrolling through a 20-minute recording versus an hour, it's a whole different story.
Completely different. Yeah.
It's a lot. So what we were doing is Nolan was doing that, and he would scroll through it. But honestly, I don't blame him for falling off. I've fallen off just as hard. I said that I was going to upload more videos, and I haven't. It's just sometimes
you're also a student.
Right.
It's hard to keep on top of this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to do a video a week, but there's no guarantee I do it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what and then also like it's really great for Noel and I. We can just sit down and do a podcast once a week, but we don't have the audience to build up enough to where they actually care about our personal, like us.
Yeah,
more people want to see other people. They're not like huge fans of us yet. So people don't watch just a video of us.
A lot of that just takes time.
Yeah. Yep.
You just gotta build. I remember the last video I put up on YouTube. It's like 4 out of 10 in the last like 10 videos ago, which isn't horrible,
right?
And actually, this video I think is more of a success than some like the videos that like did better than it,
right?
Because of one specific reason. This is when I started like experimenting with my editing style. It was the job simulator video. The average view duration is 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is up. And like my channel average is like a minute and a half.
Yep, same.
So
Same here.
So I mean, it's a 7-minute video,
right?
So that's also just gonna like boost it. So like but the way I saw this is more of a success than most videos, because for a while it was like perfectly an average. The more views it got, the higher the view duration got up.
Yeah,
and like the more retention rate.
That's nice. That's a nice thing. Which is like,
okay, this has never happened before.
It's actually slowly growing.
It's growing. Right. It's going up.
Usually,
the video plateaued, which kind of sucks, but that happens.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
When it has its initial hit, because I've actually kind of figured it out. It has an initial hit into the algorithm.
A peak.
Trying to figure out where people, what people would want to watch this. Well, and then it hits it again like a week or two later.
Right. From what I understand, it's like if someone watches it and they watch 5 minutes of it, then they will shove it. They'll give it to more people. Yeah. So it works off of how many. If someone watches, then it pushes more and pushes more.
Well, I just like the fact that I can see those retention rates, because my previous like my normal average retention rate is like 15%.
Right.
And this one got 37%.
Nice. Yeah.
And like it's been climbing, because it was like 33%. I was like, okay, so people are watching about a third of the video all the way, or a third of people are watching it all the way through, or something like that. And then it's just been going up.
Yeah.
And well, so it's nearing 40. I'm like,
our top video, which has been really interesting to watch because it was uploaded.
Is it the feet video?
Yes, it's 7.1 thousand views.
Will, put feet in thumbnail.
Feet in thumbnail.
Feet in thumbnail. Will, you have to do it.
Yeah,
put feet in my eyes, feet in my face.
Make me feet. I want to be feet. Give me feet.
Make a feet font.
Yeah. And my view average
Will to work, because I know Will makes the thumbnails.
Well, dude, he doesn't work very hard. Fuck. He's always like, It's like I understand, because I wouldn't.
He's got his own shit.
Yeah. I give him the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know how to do it, so how can I complain, But the view duration on this is 157, and it's got 7,000 views, and it's got like a shitload of watch time. The engagement is 235 hours.
That's a good amount of watch hours.
Yeah. So, and it's like for these videos, you have people that one person will sit through an hour of it, and then it will boost it a little bit for everyone, and then they'll be like
one person will watch the whole video, and then a lot of people won't.
Yes, so it's been interesting to watch this one, because it just keeps hitting keeps getting. I mean, we haven't posted in about 2 weeks.
Really?
Yes, and we are still
rolling.
Still,
Oh, shit. My battery's running low. Okay, whatever. My camera dies, it dies, whatever.
we're about done anyway. We're at an hour.
This is a fresh battery too.
Yeah. Well, this thing's nice. You can add an add-on to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it lasts like 3 hours, I think. So it does a pretty good job. But
I bought this camera used on eBay.
right. Yeah, you don't expect much from
whenever
it.
I use it, I hook it up to a dummy battery. So
Right.
That's why I'm not. I think the reason why it has the thing where it shuts off the shutters, also to save battery life.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not caring.
Dude, well, if you ever want to get, if you look into like buying another camera, I suggest doing some research on that because that thing is super nice.
If I start like doing vlogging and shit, that's
the camera you want.
Yeah,
it's so easy. It literally,
it's really lightweight.
It fits in this. I could put this. You know, I can carry this around. You know.
Yeah.
So.
I put my camera in my backpack. That's
yeah.
I have a case for this. I don't know where the fuck it went. I have a case for it.
Damn it.
I was like an hour before I left. I was looking for it.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is my case?
Right. Yeah.
Where is it? I could not find it anywhere.
I've been there. I had to buy. This comes with a decent case, but I bought one that covers the whole gimbal. Because the one that comes with it, it just goes around it, and so like one side of it's completely open.
Because this one, it's stabilizing, and is that one of the ones that tracks as well?
It tracks, so I can track my face and
That's
stuff,
cool.
and like I can click onto a certain part, like this corner, and it does an all right job. It's not perfect,
Yeah.
but it does work. So I love this camera, and you can do like I've done a lot of looking into it now, and like D-Log just means like it captures the color really, really good.
Oh, like a DSLR. Okay.
Yes, exactly that.
Gotcha.
And
So,
then
yeah,
you can go into post and put a LUT or whatever.
Yeah. I
And
know
then
what you're talking about.
yes.
So it's got like DSLR.
It's
level.
10-bit D-Log.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So and it's got a 48 megapixel display or camera.
That's pretty big.
And it's a 1-inch sensor. I suggest it. I saw Cordis at school. I went to like one of the dances or whatever because my girlfriend's still in school.
Is that did you go to like the dance assembly they had?
No.
I went to that.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I forgot your sister's on the team. So did you go to state?
I had to work.
Gotcha.
And
yeah.
actually, that was the weekend I was sick too. I like got home from work and I was expecting to like have my band come over, but Wilder couldn't make it because he doesn't have a car and his parents drive him.
Tough.
So neither his
It's
parents.
inconvenient.
It's very
Yes.
inconvenient.
Yes.
We're like, dude, get a fucking job.
Too
There
busy.
are like a million restaurants in
Man.
Charleston. Get
Right.
a fucking job.
You don't have to walk very far to get a job. Well, all right, we're at 60 minutes. I think we'll wrap her up.
All right.
Thank you for inviting me, actually. I appreciate that. You did all the work for me. I didn't even have to schedule anything you're doing. That's nice.
Nope.
You make it easy for me.
Well, I saw there's no classes today.
Right. Yeah.
Campus is still open. No one's going to be in the studio.
Perfect.
Fuck it. Podcast.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll have to do this in another 3 or 4 months again.
Yeah.